Welcome to Why It Sucks, where we stitch our way through the digital disasters of modern life. Today's technological torture chamber, Zoom calls, those virtual meetings that somehow make regular meetings look like paradise, because apparently we needed a way to be awkward and pixelated. Simultaneously, I am stitching this gallery view of digital dysfunction with extra glitchy threads, because Zoom calls are where professional composure goes to buffer endlessly. My color palette? Corporate blue mixed with a gray of existential dread. Let's start with the greatest hits of Zoom call disasters. You're on mute. These three words have become the soundtrack of our professional lives. More common than hello or how are you. You'll be mid-sentence, delivering what you think is a brilliant point, gesticulating passionately, really getting into your groove. And then you see it. The sea of polite faces staring back at you, some pointing at their ears, others making that universal tap the microphone gesture. Karen from HR is mouthing you're on mute, with the exaggerated lip movements of someone trying to communicate with a confused tourist. I am embroidering this humiliation with extra mortification threads, because that moment of realization hits like a digital slap. You've been performing a one-person mime show for your colleagues, and they've all been watching you wave your hands around in complete silence, like some kind of interpretive dance routine about quarterly reports. The worst part, when you finally unmute yourself, you can't remember what brilliant point you were making. Your brain has completely rebooted from embarrassment, so you just mumble, "Sorry, technical difficulties," and pretend that your profound insights about budget allocation were not just lost to the void of digital communication. Then there's the eternal struggle of looking professional, while your entire life conspires against you in the background. You've carefully positioned your camera to show just your head and shoulders, creating the illusion that you're in a proper office instead of your kitchen table wearing pants. Everything's going smoothly until your kid decides this is a perfect moment to practice their amateur acrobatics routine. Suddenly, there's a furry projectile flying across your screen, like a living screensaver, and you're trying to maintain eye contact with your boss while internally calculating whether your pet just destroyed something expensive. But cats are amateur are compared to the real professionals, family members. Your spouse chooses this exact moment to start what sounds like home renovation, complete with power tools and creative vocabulary. Or your kids burst in asking profound questions like, why do we have eyebrows, while you're discussing quarterly projections. The background blur feature was supposed to solve this, but it's apparently powered by artificial intelligence from 2003. It blurs your face while keeping your chaotic background in perfect high definition, or it makes you look like you're slowly dissolving into the digital void. I'm adding some chaos stitching here because that's exactly what your professional image looks like when technology decides to expose your actual life to your colleagues. But the ultimate Zoom horror show is screen sharing. This feature was designed to make presentations easier, but instead became a gateway for accidentally sharing your entire digital life with your coworkers. You click share screen with confidence, ready to show your professional presentation, and there it is, for everyone to see. Your browser with 17 tabs open, including how to tell if your houseplant is judging you. Is it normal to talk to your pet like they're your therapist? And symptoms of existential dread. Webmed. The panic sets in as you frantically try to close tabs while your colleagues politely pretend they did not just get a full view of your Google search history. Just getting to the presentation, you stammer, while mentally calculating how many people saw your 3 a.m. Amazon cart full of comfort food and questionable life choices. Then there's the advanced nightmare, accidentally sharing your entire desktop instead of just one window. Suddenly your coworkers can see your desktop wallpaper, which is probably a meme. Your scattered files with names like important stuff and random garbage. And that folder you definitely should have named something more professional than work drama. Screenshots The best part, when you finally get to your actual presentation, it won't load properly. Because Zoom has decided that this is the perfect moment to test your internet connection's dedication to your career. So there you have it, Zoom calls, the technology that promised to bring us together, but mostly just brought us new and creative ways to embarrass ourselves professionally. They're like regular meetings, except now everyone can see your awkward ceiling angle and judge your lighting choices. I've stitched this survivor medal because if you've made it through the pandemic era of Zoom calls, you deserve recognition. You survived the mute button failures, the background rebellions, and the screen sharing catastrophes that have redefined workplace humiliation. The truth is, Zoom calls have turned us all into accidental comedians, technical support specialists, and masters of improvisation. We've learned to have meaningful conversations while our audio cuts in and out, like we're calling from Mars. If you've ever delivered a passionate speech to a muted audience, or accidentally shown your coworkers your questionable browser history, drop your Zoom fail in the comments. Let's create a support group for video call survivors. Hit that like button if you've ever worn business attire on top and pajamas on the bottom. And subscribe to Why It Sucks for more stitched stories about digital disasters. Ring that notification bell. Just make sure you're not on mute when it goes off. Remember, we've all been that person frantically waving at a muted screen, which basically makes us family. See you next time, hopefully with better internet connection.